Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this video, we are going to check out Litecoin's price chart. And if you remember, the last time that we talked about LTC, we were right in here and I was saying, sure, this can be an impulse which might be on the same degree as this one and also this one. But as you can see, relative to these two waves, this one right in here looks a bit odd and it's a very small and shallow move on the upside. That's why I said we need to probably consider having another move up in LTC. And specifically, I said from these areas, I want to see a move up in order to take this important high about $86.50, because at that point, finding an impulse is going to be a bit challenging. And we're going to say, you know what, we are going to get that move up in LTC. And as you can see, this actually happened. Now, what I'm about to tell you at first is in the interest of being maybe like a little bit optimistic. We can consider having in this area an extension scenario, meaning, sure, this is absolutely a 5-wave up, no doubt in my mind, but maybe on a higher degree, it's going to be just into a wave 1 and then correction for wave 2, and we're going to have like another move up into wave 3, 4, 5. Believe it or not, this can actually happen, and here is what I have to say. Let's go on 5-minute time frame. Okay, so you see, if you want to say our impulse starting from this point actually ended right in here, then well, okay, I guess we can argue maybe this is like A, B, and like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into wave C, and soon I think in LTC we are going to have a move on the upside, but you need to pay attention to the shape of this thing. The move up itself is kind of predictable, and honestly, it doesn't really matter a whole lot. Pay attention to the shape of it. If this was like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, very strong 5 wave in order to get out of this area and especially take this high about $91, at that point, you know what, fair enough, you can consider having this extension scenario indicating the next leg up is actually going to be into wave 3, and then we're going to have correction for 4, and that leads another move up into wave 5. On the other hand, if we get a correction structure, a very slow and choppy move, and then we have like another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in order to pay attention, take this important low about, let's say, $81.50. Okay, at that point, the story is going to be a bit different, and that brings me to the second scenario that I'm considering at the moment in LTC, and this might actually be for now my primary case. Okay, what do we have off of the lowest low? A beautiful and complete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up. And what happens after a 5 wave? You know the answer. Even according to the most optimistic scenario, we are going to have a move down, and odds are that's actually going to be a relatively deep move on the downside. And if we are going to start it from the current point, well, okay, it's probably going to look something like this. And assuming that we have the right structures in this area, okay, at that point, I'm going to tell you right in here in LTC can be a beautiful long opportunity. The point that I'm trying to make in today's update is this. In Litecoin, I think we are basically having the perfect setup, even if we are not going to get, for example, like another move up into wave 3, 4, 5. This, from my point of view, is not really that important at the moment. The point is we can 100% absolutely find a complete 5 wave to about this point, and it's actually a very beautiful looking 5 wave because not only the sub waves are very clear, but also into our wave 2 we are having, I'm gonna say, a WXY in form of a double zigzag. And when you are having a WXY for your wave 2, into your wave 4, you usually have an ABC instead of that. And I think we can all consider this move as an A, triangle into wave B, and another impulse on the downside into our wave C. So you see, every single rule do apply to this structure being a complete impulse, which is a great sign indicating, you know what, maybe in LTC, the final low is already in about, let's say, $63. But that doesn't mean that the road on the upside is going to be straight. No, I think we are going to have quite a bumpy road, and it may actually start from here already. And again, we may see a move down, but if we see a slow and choppy move, which in it we constantly be able to identify overlapping of the waves between our pullbacks, okay, that is going to be a great sign suggesting maybe on a higher degree in LTC. Let's go on H1 time frame. Okay, excuse me, what just happened? We are having like 5 up into a wave 1, correction for wave 2, and what's gonna happen next? Huge and strong move up into wave 3, and 4 and 5. So for now, I'm considering this thing as my primary case. And if we get a move on the upside in the short term, in order to take this important high about $91, at that point, I may need to consider even the extension scenario, meaning maybe like this is just a 1-2 setup and our move up can continue for quite a bit more. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Litecoin's price chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.